Hello, YouTube. Can you hear me? Is everything working? Just before I get started, I'm trying to use a different microphone, so I don't know if it's working or not. Yeah. Anyway, give me a response. Let me know. Can you hear the audio? I know you can see me. Yes? No? Say something. Someone, please. Yeah, I gave Mousetrap moderator rights. No sound. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on. Great. You can hear me? Great. Okay. Damn it. All right. You're messing with me. Okay. We can hear you. You can hear me or whatever. Okay. Anyway. Hello. Yeah. We're at the Howard. Well, I'm at the Howard. Josh is not here yet. He is on his way. You know, he's got life and stuff happens. So he's running a little bit late. So anyway, thanks for playing a fast one on me, Mousetrap. Yeah, Adam is not here tonight. He is the night off. He and his wife are having a celebratory thing because his wife graduated and she deserves a treat. So they're going and doing something fun. Yes, that's awesome. So if you didn't know, his wife is now a doctor. Adam, well done. You married up. Did you guys buy SHIB? I don't even know what SHIB is. What is SHIB? Tell me. Anyway, so waiting on Josh to get here, and so I'm just kind of chilling. And we have hopefully the goal is hopefully to get this down to just the block. So will the garage or will the Howard be the default garage workshop from now on? Not always. No. This will be the workshop sometimes. So long-term projects, no. Oh, I can hear Josh. Sorry, I cannot stop myself. One second, I'll be right back, everyone. You can still hear me talking, I'm sure, but I have to go open the front door because it is locked. All right, hold on. Here we go. Yo, what's up?
Might as well just open the roll-up door, or do you want to grab some shit too? Or?
You could back in. Yeah, sure. That works. I'm already live, so they can hear me.
Fuck you, YouTube.
Ah, thanks. We didn't take long to get the first quack. Yeah, right. Probably where'd he run off to? Oh, there you go. There's the first quack. All right. Well, we're gonna back off his. Oh, that door is probably better, huh?
That's why I banged on it.
Okay. We're gonna back his car into the shop real quick. It's actually really nice out for once. Yeah. I know that's probably really loud.
I've been waiting since March for this weather.
Right? Since snowpocalypse. Okay, there we go. Sorry about all that. So yeah, here's see, Josh is there. He is getting in that garage right there. So, all right. There is no quack. I'm sorry. There's been no quacks tonight. It's uncensored Josh. So, I would recommend if you have children, yeah, put them to bed. Don't let them watch. This doesn't go poorly. Go real poorly. Oh, that's a horrible sound. All right, he made it in. All right, let me, well, actually, hold on. He might need some help with stuff. Got some more tools. Ooh, I like tools in boxes. Is that it?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That'd be a
Oh, I could have, if you had said, hey, Dan, grab this, I would have grabbed it.
I kind of forget what I brought.
Okay. All right, there we go. And I have a microphone for you. Let me get this turned on before I turn. Actually, I'll just clip you up before I turn on. Ooh, look at this. I get to touch Josh. There we go. Actually, turn that on. And there you go. Should be working.
Yay.
Looks like it's receiving. It's on mute. Nope.
Are we at full quack?
We're at full quack. The Quackinator, someone said.
Was it earlier Queens? We Are the Champions came on.
Yep.
And all of a sudden now it just came to mind the chant, "We will quack you."
Oh yeah. We will
Quack you.
I like it. Ooh. What's this?
I basically skimmed through the 355 shop manual
Yeah.
and just pulled out all the dimensional data.
Oh.
Because there's a lot of, this is how you take it apart and this is how you put it back together, but we're not doing that today. We're going to be measuring some stuff.
Oh.
So that's all kind of the process.
Well, you want to measure stuff before you take it apart?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I was figuring we should do an actual video for the measurement stuff, because that way I can like zoom in with the camera and all that kind of crap. Oh, you need a table? I can skip my stuff over.
No, I can put it over here. It's fine.
Sorry, this is like
Well,
as real as it gets. You know?
I ain't skipping 6 hours of billable hours to just pull a crankshaft out for 10 minutes. Shit.
If you need the table space, I just moved over to it. By the way, can I grab you a beer?
Yeah, sure. It ain't my motor.
Okay.
Why?
What type of beer you want?
I don't know. One that's oh, that Stash IPA looks bomb.
Stash?
Yeah.
All right. Gotta have a well lubricated Josh. I know you couldn't hear that, but you guys can. Ooh, look at that. They even get the here you go.
Oh, koozie.
Got the Buc-ee's koozie because we're classy like that.
Tejas.
Yes. Okay, Josh is driving an Alpha. Yes, he is. So there you go.
I can't afford an FF yet, so.
That would be pretty badass. I love those cars.
Shop truck. I used to want an LM002 as a shop truck, but now they're worth like 3 times as much money. When they were like $100,000, I was like, oh, that'd be a good shop truck. Now they're like 300. I'm like, that's not such a good shop truck anymore.
Not so much, yeah.
No, but an FF that would work.
Yeah, I think you should do that. I endorse this concept. Someone said it would be cool to actually have the 355 in the same garage where you strip the engine. Well, you know,
we're not that cool.
It's not here. Appreciate all's help with the F430 out of Pennsylvania. Great experience coming to Texas. You're welcome, sir.
Pennsatucky.
Good to see Josh has his safety shoes on. Yes, he does. Safety sandals. Very important to wear safety sandals. You might step on something.
Safety second. Yeah, just like when we did our welding thing, you want to be dressed efficiently. So when something happens, you can kick it away real quick.
Yeah. I mean, it's burning your foot because it's immediately burning your foot.
Exactly. You just kick it off and it doesn't sit there and singe.
Oh, look at this. Release the Kraken. Is it possible for us to get a closer look at the DB11? Eventually, yeah.
It blends in with the concrete floor, man. You can't even see it.
I actually do want to do a review of that car soon. So,
This is a good car.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a better car when Richard lets me do down pipes in a tune.
Dear Josh, I need help. Need around 375 quacks to win the mini Dan doll thing. Obi Josh, you're my last hope. Use the force. Oh, man.
I'm sure we can figure that out somehow.
Yes, we can make it happen. All right. Oh, and I brought the big impact gun. I don't know if it'll work or not. Did it work?
Boy, they're not kidding when they say earthquake.
Yeah. Hey, that's my cheapo Harbor Freight special.
That ain't bad. I might need one of those.
Damn. I'm impressed. I'll find some gloves too.
Oh, I didn't bring a
puller?
No, because usually these things will come off.
Oh, crap. I didn't bring one either.
I knew I'd forget something. See, this is the problem with working in somebody else's.
Not at your place. You need a pry bar?
Yes.
Over here. This one.
Yeah, exactly. 108 for an FF ain't bad. I'd pay that much for that. That's a hell of a lot of car.
Yeah, V12.
V12, all-wheel drive, dual clutch. Yeah.
Nice Ferrari leather.
Yeah.
Ooh. Is it going to come? Maybe. By the way, do you want me to get the camera closer? Like, I could get the camera so you can see the work being done, but then we probably can't see us. I know you really want to see us because, you know, yeah. But if not, I can move the camera
That
closer.
sounds like it started to.
I heard it. Oh, yeah, I heard it click.
This is not a factory approved procedure. These sons of guns. Why people gotta be like that?
Yeah.
Just pack it full of
That's not what you need.
a little flathead to try and scrape some of the gunk out of there.
Over here.
I also didn't think to bring the yellow wrench.
Yellow
Torch.
wrench?
Nat gas torch.
Oh, the big red wrench?
Yeah.
You want just like this?
Yeah, just a little flathead.
Like long
Smaller
one?
is better.
Huh?
Narrow
Narrow.
tip.
That one's pretty thin.
There's no Meg here. Oh, she might be on the chat.
Meg's probably on the chat. Is she?
She's not here.
She's definitely not physically here. We were actually carving pumpkins with the neighbors prior to this, so
Oh.
yeah. Oh, please. Is that for moving the camera closer? Okay, hold on.
Honestly, I'm probably blocking most of it.
Don't worry. I'm gonna move the camera in close.
Come on, Mama.
There you go. Is that better?
Why?
Oop. Rooked.
Why?
Is that the C8 Z06 behind you? No. Josh, what school did you go to learn about your Italian cars? I'm
Hard
impressed
Knocks.
with your skills. School of Hard Knocks. Josh is a badass.
I finally got factory training a couple years ago.
But it was Lamborghini, right?
Yeah.
Not
I did some Lotus also.
Yeah, but not Ferrari.
No, that's all from reading manuals and showing up to work on time. Something kids
I would
these days don't
assume-
understand.
It seems like if you learn like stuff from one of the major companies, it probably teaches you enough to work for most of the major stuff, right?
Yeah, the Germans are the best.
Mm.
You know, BMW, really Mercedes has always been one of the best trainings you can get.
Do you want to pick?
No, I want a torch is what I want.
Oh, you know what? He actually has a torch.
Does he? A
Yeah,
torch
yeah.
would help because it looks like they put a bunch of Loctite on it.
Ooh.
So we got to heat it to break the Loctite.
Yeah, there was a torch. He was like, "We're not going to need a torch." I'm like, "Yes, you will." I just got to find it because there's...
Yeah, I like Lotus. They're fun little cars. I'm building a Turbo or Spree at the shop, and then we get a little bit of this and that. But yeah, there's no real school for working on these cars other than what the factory will train you on current models. So just like anything, UTI and those other schools are the closest you're going to get, and the rest of it is just showing up and doing it. And I've been lucky to work under some guys that have a lot of experience and knowledge that taught me as much as they felt like teaching me. Yeah, that one. Yellow wrench. It's never too late to ask. I mean, you're going to get the bill either way, but
I got two options: torch and heat gun.
yeah, heat gun ain't going to do much.
Okay, not enough heat.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do need a lighter for the torch, I think, though. It depends on what tip he has.
Oh shit! I don't know. It's brand new. Bust into some new tools. Are those standard issue overalls, or do you shop at the same overall store? Actually, this was Richard's idea. He went out and was like, "Hey, I bought these Dickies, and I bought a bunch of them, and here you go, guys," and gave a bunch to us, and we're like, "Okay, cool." And then, yeah,
Last time I was here was the first time I wore mine.
yeah, it was actually.
Yeah, it literally was.
Yours are pristine. Mine are totally messed up.
Yeah. Well, I kind of felt a little bit guilty, and I'm like, well, now I'm going to hang out in Richard's pretty shop,
Might as well at least look.
and I
look
had,
the part.
yeah, I might as well wear the bitchin' overalls that he had made for
I have to
us.
say, at first I was like, Richard, really? But then now that I have them, I'm like, actually, it's really nice because then I know exactly what I'm gonna wear. Woo! All right, here we go.
Hopefully, we don't catch whatever this floor is on fire.
Oh, there's a fire extinguisher over there if we need it.
I also got my safety flops, so
Yeah. Safety sandals.
big one. it's not good to use a torch when you got a
oil pan right below it.
yeah, but you know, it's back there, so it'll be fine. Just make sure nothing like starts dripping down in there. Fortunately, this is a solid pulley, not a vibration harmonic balancer or vibration damper.
That's like ruin it, wouldn't it? Ooh, we can smell it. It's got Ode de Ferrari. Ode d'Italia. By the way, the owner of this engine and car was talking to me the other night. He said he's loving the series.
Good.
Yeah. Oh, I did see it move. Totally moved right there.
Good.
Do I need to get another one and maybe push on one side while you push on the other?
It may be helpful.
I don't know if there's another. Let's see what we have. Would this help?
What's that? No.
Is that your dinner?
Donuts, yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, the wife will have dinner for me when I
Okay.
get home.
Of course, Richard bought the Dickies. Yeah, because Richard. Yeah. Is it possible to get a copy of the Ferrari Bible? You can buy them online a lot of times. They're like just PDFs. Let's see if this will help at all. I don't know if it will. I have like no leverage.
Let's see, I like this one because I'm able to leverage off the shaft instead of the actual gear pulley.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. It's going to damage it.
I think it's starting to.
I saw it move a little. I should have brought the puller. I have them. I just didn't think about that.
Yeah, I got 14.
Richard, if you're watching, we need a bearing puller kit.
Pulley puller.
A pulley puller. Probably need both, really.
See, this is the hardest thing about working off-site.
I know, you don't
always. I always forget something.
And you don't know where everything is. And
I can manage with that, but it's just annoying like this. If I had a puller and stuff, we wouldn't be doing this like a bunch of monkeys who never worked on a car before. But
I'll scoot my computer back into this.
I just have to put more. You have to cook that sucker.
Sorry. Whoop.
Ben, copy of the Ferrari Bible. I don't know. How much is it worth to you? It took me 20 years to find that motherfucker, so it ain't going to be cheap.
Duck Norris, Cool Hand Josh.
What?
Oh, it's Cool Hand Josh.
Sup, Chuck? This thing is going to come off.
Hold on.
Just watch out when it does, because this thing's going to be smoking hot.
Yeah. What if they'll burn Richard's nice floor?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Come on. Yeah, do we have the crank bolt? Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
I usually like to put that in just a little bit to catch it. That way.
Oh, so it doesn't go ping?
Yeah.
Nice, good idea.
Into my foot or the floor.
Or to you. To your crotch. Jeez, oh Pete, that sucker.
She's been on there.
Yeah. Well,
they're not usually that bad. Let's see. I think Timmy's came right off.
Oh, heard it. I'll give you some support. Try a hammer.
This fucking thing.
The world needs more Josh. I agree. And normal guy. Yeah.
Well, there is more normal guy now. You got Ash.
That's true. I have an offspring. That's weird to think about that. It's a very foreign concept. Oh, Megan's there. Josh is giving this thing hell. Jeez.
This thing's rough.
Big red wrench. You know you're doing things right when you need to pull out the big red wrench. Woo! I can see heat rising off of it.
Oh yeah.
My son is extraordinary guy, says Megan. Yeah, you're right.
Fair enough.
I'm not gonna disagree with that one.
Fair enough.
You know how much smoke we have to produce to set off the fire alarm here?
Usually a lot.
Yeah.
They're usually more heat sensitive than smoke sensitive.
Yeah. I bought those nice Nest smoke detectors.
Yeah.
I set them. I have one in my garage now. I set it off starting on my car one day because it got a little bit of oil in the system and puffed out some smoke. And the wind was blowing just right that blew it all right back in. And I was like, it's funny because it talks. It's all like, smoke has been detected in the garage. The alarm is about to sound. It's going to be loud.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh shit! It was like
That's
really
funny.
early. I did not want to wake up the baby.
Oh my lord, this thing is a bunch of suck.
Ven, we might need to ask you a favor, Ven. We might need you to go get a pulley puller and get over here. Breaking out the blowtorch. That's right. Oof. Smoking nice. Jeez, oh Pete's. I don't think there's any other pry bars that he's got. I'll check.
Of all the not fun I've had, this is currently the least I've had in a little while.
Let's see here.
This dang thing.
Nope. A lot of nothing.
Nothing else in there looks like it's for prying.
No. I mean, there's like screwdrivers and stuff. So why does that get stuck? It's a really tight tolerance.
It's a tight tolerance, and a lot of times when people assemble them, they put Loctite between the shaft and the pulley, as well as on the threads of the bolt. So there's actually a chemical in there that take up the tolerance and bond everything together. So one of the reasons why we use the heat is not only to expand the size of the pulley beyond the crankshaft, but also to soften the glue. Do we have some PB Blaster? Because sometimes what'll work is when you get it all hot like this, then you shock it with the PB.
Oh man, I hope he does.
I really didn't expect it to be this difficult.
Richard, where do you keep? Oh, look at. Well, there's WD-40. There's Wasp Killer. Brake Clean.
Just some sort of.
How about WD-40?
Yeah, maybe WD-40.
All right. Well, I'll bring the Brake Clean anyway, just in case.
Yeah, this is some badass super glue. I am missing a puller tool. All the crap I gathered and.
I actually thought about that earlier today. I'm like, oh, I should bring my puller kit. And then I just flaked out. LOL, Richard is taking notes about what he needs. I hope so. We've been trying to tell him what he needs. Ooh, that is hot.
Yeah, sometimes that helps.
Okay. Man.
Yes.
Did it move?
No. I think a tiny bit.
Jesus, I'm gonna break the pulley of the pry bar. In case anyone's wondering, it's a sonic tool. Oh, hey, look. Scoot down the chair. Let's see. Josh, what is your favorite Lambo? Murcielago?
I don't know. I mean, Miras are pretty cool. It really depends on my mood, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I really like Miras, but I don't really fit in them that well. And a Countach is a lot of fun when they're all set up and dialed in right. I don't know. It's a good. I guess if I were going to own one for myself, I would probably go for a VT Diablo first, like a 93, 94.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Like, if I were going to get one for me, it'd either be that or the other one I'd get for myself because I like to be weird once in a while is a Araco.
What?
Yeah.
I haven't heard of that.
It's basically Lambo's version of the 308s. So
Really?
it's a 2+2 with a transverse V8.
Really?
Yeah, they did the Oraco, and then they did the Silhouette, and then they did the Yelpa. So
I've never heard about this.
there was a version called Oraco Bob, where Bob Wallace, the old engineer, put a big deep chin and from fender flares and some big wheels and some stinger pipes and painted it orange. It was not a race car, but it was kind of like toying with the idea of it. And they're fairly inexpensive cars. So I was like, I'd buy an Oraco and modernize the shit out of it.
Can you even get parts for that?
Yeah, you get some. But I know a guy who has some machine tools, so.
Oh, I see how that is. Not yet.
I mean, the money's spent, isn't it?
Yeah. The machine's not there yet.
Yeah, but you spent the money, so you basically have them.
Yeah, $500,000.
That's it?
Yeah.
Would you buy the Fisher Price version?
Herco.
That's it? No Rottler, no Haas?
We looked at Haas. The Haas was even more. And the Haas, it sounds stupid, but like everyone loves the Haas. The Haas is more expensive and it doesn't have as many like options.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Maybe less options, but maybe instead it has, I don't know, like higher quality bearings and stuff in it. Who knows?
Yeah. Let's see. So who wants to rush a Polar over there, right? Yeah? Anyone? Ben, you can get here in like 20 minutes, man.
I have not used cold water to shock it. I usually just use like the WD-40 or something, but that's a good idea.
Oh, here we go. If the Polar is moved, maybe take a rubber mallet and tap around the outside perimeter pulley, then pry it off again. It's not a bad idea.
No, I don't think it's moved quite enough to go to the mallet yet.
I don't get it anyway. Oh. He doesn't have a rubber mallet. He's only got the dead blow.
Why not the beer?
Why not the beer?
Light some WD on fire.
Nice. Is it? Oh! That definitely caught on fire.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I should bring the dark sushi over just in case.
Maybe. It looks like it's kind of far away.
Yeah. I'll bring it over. Just in case. Well, that's really smoking. It smells great. Just in case anyone's worried. Here's the dead blow if you want to tap it, maybe. You want to maybe just whack it a couple times?
If you want to.
I don't know.
This motherfucker.
Ooh. You can rotate it.
Yeah.
Do you want a metal hammer if you're going to hit metal to metal?
Probably getting a new pulley after this.
Oh, no.
This thing's getting beat up. This thing's way on there.
Jesus.
This thing's way on.
Okay, well.
Been a while since I've had one that seized. They usually loosen up by now. Jeepers.
Yeah, this isn't.
Yeah. Come on.
Good Lord. This is real. Owners having a mild heart. Not really. I mean, it's all stuff that can be replaced.
It's just money.
The problem is, I mean, it has to come off somehow. Lord.
Yeah, this thing should have came loose a long time ago.
Wonder if we well, it could damage the crank. I say you could jam something in the little gap between the pulley or the, but I worry that would maybe a little on this side.
Yeah, I did a little bit of that earlier too.
It moved? I don't know. Maybe
A little bit. It's about 1/8 of an inch off now. I think I've
bent that.
either that or it's moving enough that.
Well,
this is an adventure I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, right.
I really thought this would.
Try a metal hammer?
Nah, because I mean, this is kind of rough, but I don't want to just outright just.
I have a feeling we're going to have to get a puller set over here.
Yeah, this is pretty unusual. Usually these pulleys just slide right off because they're not a press fit.
Yeah. I say it's not, there's no reason for it to be a compression fit. It's got a key, right?
Yep. Yeah, and the bolt, well, the key.
The bolt holds it.
Yeah, the bolt holds it down.
It's louder than you guys think.
This thing. This is why. This is why. Man. Some grade A baloney.
Yeah. I think there's smaller ones if you want. On. You can use that.
That went a little bit there.
Did it? There you go.
Yeah, we've moved it a good bit because I've lost some of my leverage.
Oh yeah, no, it's actually it moved quite a bit. That's like a 1/16 of an inch. Oh, whack. I'll put some power on it. First.
Yeah, there we go.
It's moving?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, big time. Finally getting somewhere.
Sorry, bud, but this crank pulley is now a wall ornament. Sacrifice for the YouTube entertainment.
Yeah, maybe if I.
Yeah, we'll rotate it again. Thanks, Fred.
What? What did Fred say?
You told me I need to show this pulley who's boss. I'm trying. I just don't want to take out a crankshaft and the rest of it. Ready? Just keep some steady pressure on it.
Yep. Felt it move.
Yep.
Quite a bit. Oh, yeah. There it goes. There it goes.
All right, grab a towel like this because I don't really want this to just hit
Flop
Richard's floor.
Yeah.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, come on.
Good Lord. That thing is just. We still have the bolt on there, right?
Yep.
Is it run up?
Yep.
Okay. I was like, it felt like it stopped.
It did.
Okay,
I forgot I did that.
there we go.
Now we'll probably slide right off.
Hold on. Should we put on something that's metal? We could run it over the concrete over there. There it goes. Oh, here it comes. That's what she said. Oh, jackpot.
Yeah.
God, why would you be a bit? I mean, it is kind of rusty.
Yeah, there's a bunch of gunk in there. You can't see nothing.
Oh, yeah. Ew. Well, there we go. They only took us
hammer time.
30 minutes.
At least I didn't get the Sawzall out.
True story.
Internet people would really have at me if I got a Sawzall out to take a crank pulley off. What's that?
This.
It's fine. Those were kind of a maintenance item problem on these motors anyway.
Yeah.
If you remember on Timmy's,
these
fences,
fencing.
Yeah, the fences come loose and stuff. So, yeah.
Whew. That requires a beer.
Cheers.
Actually, I need to get another one. This one's out. Oh, man. That was way more difficult than it looked like it was going to be.
That was not my version of fun. There's other ways I saw that going.
Just never know. Okay. Fresh beer.
There you go.
Oh, hold on. We got some money. What is this?
What's happening?
Got the little dude dropping the mic. Boom. Greg H. Bravo. Thank you. That deserves several beers. I agree, man. Anytime you have to take out the torch on an engine, you're like, this is not a good thing. So is everything else okay except that one part you're hitting? Well, this part got damaged too, but that's it. So the two parts got damaged on that. We'll have to check end play on the crank as well, but that was part of the plan anyway.
Yeah, I mean the thrust washers and stuff should get replaced anyway.
Yeah, so all these people were like, oh, you guys need to check all this and check that, inspect this. We're like, hold your horses. It's part of the plan.
We ain't even got the dang thing apart and clean.
Yeah. It's like we're gonna take it apart, clean it up.
No, it's good though. That means people are invested in it and they're enjoying it.
Well, I think half of them were like, I want to see that because I'm curious, and the other half was like, you guys don't know what you're doing. You gotta check this because
of course I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
That's why I've been paid to do this for 20 fucking years because I got no idea what I'm doing. Clearly, random internet asshole who's probably a divorce lawyer telling me how to fucking build engines.
That's giving way too much credit. Divorce lawyers make a lot of money.
You don't have to be intelligent to make money.
No, I know, but I mean, like, I was thinking something like lesser than that. I mean, well, that is a pretty scummy job, though. No offense to anyone who's doing that.
I mean, I doubt most people who got into it for the reasons why they're now into it.
True. I don't think anyone like growing up as kids like, I want to be a divorce lawyer.
Well, if they are, it's because you grew up through a horrible divorce.
Right, and you hated your parents.
Yeah. I don't think it's like, should I be like a cancer researcher, an oncologist, a brain surgeon, or a fucking divorce lawyer?
I want to be an astronaut. I want to solve cancer. I want to, all these amazing, I want to be a policeman. I want to be a firefighter. No, man, I want to be a divorce lawyer.
That's a bitter mother. That's a bitter dude right there.
Someone had a rough childhood, man. All right,
no, I just like to use the anecdote of divorce lawyer because in my mind, that's like the least qualified like profession. Because like you got to be pretty sharp to be a successful lawyer.
It's totally different.
But it has no relativity to doing mechanical procedures. So I just like using that one.
Yeah.
Plus, I think a lot of my customers have experienced divorces, so they can probably relate with some, not necessarily positive feelings towards dealing with divorce lawyers.
Very true, especially when they get the bill.
Yeah.
All right. So we have to take off these guys.
So they're in bearings that are in the block. So no, because the whole the whole thing needs to come off.
That's cool.
So
I would have never known. There is a little.
The only thing we gotta unbolt is.
You want me to flip it over? I can turn it over.
Yeah, let's go ahead and roll it.
Okay. Come on, get in there. There.
Actually, that'll be fine. If you remember, we just got the oil chain tensioner.
Yeah.
And then you got the guide down there, but it'll be fine.
Ew. God, look at this stuff that was in the engine. That's like felt.
Let's see. There's my tire iron.
Tire iron.
That's what this is.
Oh yeah, it is actually.
Yeah.
Let's see what else needs to come out. Oh wow, that whole front cover like that, huh?
Yeah, so see the gears down here?
Yeah.
There's bearings inside there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. See that?
Oh yeah.
So the bearings down in there are what's...
There is a little gasket scraper. You want that?
No, because I'm still kind of prying.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
Someone talking politics?
Politics?
Oh, son. Oh shoot! Someone said something about Obi-Wan Josh. You're my last hope. Use the fork torch. Oh, you already said that.
What's that?
Oh, I don't know.
What'd I miss?
Mousetrap was calling you Obi-Wan again because you are kind of.
Cuss at me like that?
Don't cuss at me like that.
I ain't no dang professional. I don't know what I'm doing.
This engine will make a wonderful coffee table someday.
I love your positivity.
Ooh, now it's moving. There it comes. It's like popping off the studs. Oop,
Yep.
oop, oil.
Oil.
There we go.
Oilo de motor.
Audio.
Do, 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 do. Just got to take your time and do a little bit here and a little bit there.
Yeah.
This is
Left,
not...
right, left, right, left, right.
Yeah, because you don't want to tweak the cover.
Yeah, or those shafts that are sticking in the bearings. I can see those. Looks like it's hung up on the tensioner.
Oh, that's why. That's what I got to do.
What?
It's hitting the pulley for the. That's what it was. I need to take the pulley off that.
Oh,
because
okay.
this. See how the gears.
Oh yeah, the gear can't.
They're
clear
hitting the pulley for the chain that drives the oil pump.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
So
like a 13, maybe.
Maybe. Pretty sure I got one right here.
Megan said next time you guys hit stuff, I could actually help with that.
Hit it, Meg.
Are those balance shafts or just timing idlers?
Timing idlers.
Yeah, there you go. Let's see.
We can do a quick when I get it. When I get it, we can do a quick.
How long till it's back in the car? I'm gonna guess 1 to 2 months. That's my guess. Because we're gonna have to send a lot of this out to the machine shop. We gotta send the heads out to get machined. So, oh yeah, it's a big one. So it's gonna take a little while. Woo! That's like it's kind of toasty still.
Toasty warm.
Who said Harbor Freight doesn't make decent tools?
Well, I mean, I'm sure that thing will only last like 6 months, but
yeah, but in those 6 months, they'll do a great job.
Yep. There we go.
Oh,
so
wow.
See that we got these spuds on the end of that gear right there. They insert into these ball bearings here. So that's really what the tension was on it. And you also have these alignment dowels here and here, but really these are a light press fit into there. So that's why you got to take your time working it to get the whole front cover off. And then you can see here how the chain for the drive for the gears, it's caught behind there, which is why we had to take the oil pump drive off. Now,
there's got to be some sort of seal or something right there, right? On the other side of that oil chain sprocket. Oh, there it comes.
Yeah, you got the front main seal.
Okay, there's a seal. Okay.
Yeah, that's your front main seal. So this is what they talk about when talking about the needing to do the idlers and the chain tensioners. See these grooves right here? Chain.
Oh wow, it dug it in
into the aluminum.
Holy crap, it's
Yep.
totally marred up. How about this thing? Is this thing all screwed up? That's not too bad. Tim's was really bad.
Yep.
That feels like it's almost in great shape.
Yeah, so it might have just been out of adjustment because it's got 80,000 miles on it and has never been cracked open.
As far as we know. Is this supposed to have a little play?
Let's see. Tanner needs tacos.
Dr. Meg.
I mean, they do give you a bunch of flathead screwdrivers. OSHA, who's that? We're in fucking Texas, bro.
Does Josh have toenails like Lloyd and uses angle grinder to clean? It wasn't Lloyd, it was Ben. But I don't know. No, he doesn't.
I actually do use a Dremel for the one.
Really?
Yeah, that one. It got all messed up, and my podiatrist did a terrible job of fixing it for me. So now
Ooh.
it grows all thick and wonky.
Ooh.
So I use a little like mini Dremel my wife gave me for
Really?
yeah, for buffing her nails. Now I use it to buff that one nail.
Oh yeah, it's totally different than the other one. Yeah, I had to have a bunch of stuff done to my nails too. It's gross.
Yeah, fine tooth gear on the crank snout, which drives the two fine tooth gears in the front cover, which drive the cogs, which are your cam belt drives.
Stuff. I should probably.
Ferrari does not endorse this content, no. Which is funny because I don't know if you ever seen how they work on cars, but it ain't much more elegant than this.
Well, that's why they have them in the back of a shop that no one can get access to.
Exactly. I love watching how it's made, you know, where the guys with the white cotton gloves are all carefully touching stuff and this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah.
Man, you can't make any money working on stuff like that. Like, that's why a restoration is anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million. Because if you're actually doing white glove stuff, it takes like 3,000 hours to.
To say everything takes way longer, right?
Way longer.
All right. So that was the. Let's see. What do we call that? That was the front cover.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the front cover.
This is the boring stuff that we don't put in videos when we're like, hey, we gotta label some bolts and stuff, and
it's real life.
Yeah. These are all front cover, and this one is this was on the oil. Actually, I'm just gonna put it right back on because that one is special. There.
Especial.
Modelo.
Let's see.
There.
All right. So we're not going to take the oil pump off because I need a deep 8mm Allen.
Oh, wow.
That guy, there's not enough clearance for it.
Okay.
I've got some, but
I got these guys.
Yeah, no, we're going to need like a long. That's right. The oil pump can stay on. Our big problem now is getting that rear cover off with the rear main seal, and then we can.
This will fit. Oh, that's not 8 though.
Stop with the toenail stuff.
People getting grossed out.
Mousetrap isn't digging it.
Who is?
Mousetrap.
Oh, this will work.
I think anytime Ferrari mechanics see oil or dirt, they replace the part just to make sure the white gloves stay white. I mean, it's not a bad technique. I mean, it's your money. It makes a lot of money. Yeah, it's your money, not mine. What do I care?
Here we go. I think this will work. Check it out. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Crap.
You might need it.
There it goes.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Ugh.
Yeah, so this is going to be interesting because you guys didn't consider
we're going to have to probably
the process of...
We can get the cherry picker out again.
Yeah, we'll have to pick the motor up and set it down.
Oh, this one's
so we can get the rear cover off so we can get the crankshaft out.
Some bitch. Yeah.
See, we haven't even looked at the main bearings yet, have we?
No.
But this crank spin's really nice. Twisty twist.
Come on. Come off. Thank you.
Cylinders mostly look all right.
A little bit of scoring.
Yeah, there's some scoring on the thrust side, more so on one bank than the other. So we'll do some measurements.
Don't worry.
On them.
Like I plan on
most in-depth oil change.
I plan on.
You know what?
When you really want to get every last drop of oil.
Well, so this is that funny conversation, growing up working on these cars, and you hear these random, oh yeah, my buddy had a Testarossa and it cost like 10 grand for an oil change. It's like, I think what your buddy didn't understand is he thought he was going to get an oil change, but his motor was friggin' totaled. So by the time they drained all the metal out of his oil pan and then put the motor back together, it was 10 grand.
Right.
And I think that's where a lot of the Ferrari myth comes from. Now, if this was a Lamborghini, it'd definitely be a $10,000 oil change.
Yeah.
Throw the whole thing away and start over.
Well, just so you guys know, the plan is to like really get in there with the big camera and show you the details once we get like better access and got it all torn apart. And we want to, Josh sent me a spreadsheet of all the stuff that we're going to measure and make sure it's in spec, and anything that's not in spec, we're going to replace or take care of or whatever. So we're going to do all that because people keep saying, oh, you're going to check this, check that. I'm like, yes. We haven't gotten there yet. Just hold your horses. All right, I think this will come out now.
There you go.
Anyone need an oil pump? It's probably pretty gross.
Pompa de oleo.
Okay. Put this in the cabinet of stuff.
This mat here is mostly throwaway, yeah?
The mat on the bottom?
Yeah, the big carpet we're on.
Yeah.
It's pretty sacrificial.
It's sacrificial, yes.
All right. Otherwise, I guess there's not enough room. I'm gonna say, we got another option. Let's clear off the top of this box.
Yeah.
And then we can just slide the block off and set it on top of the box, and we'll do the last couple of things on the box.
Okay.
It'll be all right.
There's another toolbox over there. You want me to just bring that over?
If you want to.
It's probably easier. Like, I'm gonna clean up my hands a little. Before I start touching things that are nice and clean. You aren't saying anything interesting or insulting? Mostly
Shut up, Dan.
Mostly insulting? Oh, I figure it's towards me. Not towards you.
Shut up, Dan. No.
Not yet?
No.
Is that like shut up, Meg?
Are Gallardo's easier to work on than the Ferrari 430? That's kind of a good question. In some ways, yeah, because Gallardo's have a lot of Audi design elements. So they're a little more systematic in how they come apart and go together. Until you get into some of the electrical. The electrical is still pretty Italian and kind of goofy. But yeah, a lot of it's not too bad. Problem with Gallardo's is Lamborghini in general is every part costs twice as much as it would cost even if it were a Ferrari part. So
really? Lamborghini stuff's more expensive?
Well, yeah, they build half as many cars, so scale of economy.
Yeah, okay.
Makes
sense. Should I get that guy out of the way?
Nah, be all right.
Okay.
It'll be all right.
How much do you think that weighs?
I don't know. I ain't that smart.
Yeah. It's got to weigh at least 100 pounds.
Probably 100.
Crap. This is going to suck.
Thank you, Deuce. Yes, birthday was great. I spent all day and night in the shop, and then I went home and went to bed. Typical Wednesday. After turning 21. No.
What? Oh, look at you. You're smarter than me. Jesus Christ, Josh. Look at He-Man. Fuck. Jesus. Okay,
there you go. Now you can take that part off.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Dude, you're paying me the same amount of money no matter how long this fucking takes. So we don't have time to dick around here.
Come on, let's go.
Well, I'm billing $0 an hour, man. You're lucky I showed up with tools.
Yeah, what size are you bastards? Uh-huh.
I'm replacing my $1 per hour by the number of parts that need to be replaced by removal via fucking steel hammer. Oh.
Oh, we should probably adjust the camera. since He-Man pushed it up on the.
After you back and jerk up fast.
Oh, hey, Petro, what's up?
Plumbing Man's got it right. You got to keep those lower back muscles
Limber.
full. Yeah. It's good to do a good clean and jerk.
I was just glad you did it because I already had my back surgery. I don't need another one. Oh, sorry, Richard. We got oil on your Craftsman toolbox.
That's right. Watch this.
Oh,
Hey, look. There's no more oil.
well, except for the
Oh,
other.
hey.
There are 5 spots
Oh.
it's on.
Oh, shit. Look at that. The oil comes right off.
It's amazing.
Nice. Who would have thought? Nailed it. Nailed it.
Wait a minute. I have an electric thing. Why am I using mechanic?
Exactly. Flat rate.
Yeah. We'll use the big impact gun on this. Come on.
We get paid the same price no matter how long it takes.
Ah! Jesus. This thing will not. Come on. There we go. Sucks when your hands are covered in oil.
Good one, Meg.
What did she say?
So you got to wipe it off so it doesn't get all over Richard's white jeans.
That's way faster. There we go. Ta-da-da. Okay, this should come off now.
There you go. Cool. Somebody's monkeyed with some of this before, like maybe done a rear cover. See the orange RTV and it's all over the thing.
That
The
is
factory
definitely
does not use orange
They
RTV.
use the white stuff, right?
Yep. Which there's still some white stuff in there.
I wonder. I mean, they had to have replaced that then, right?
Yeah, they probably did a rear main seal.
Here, we should probably put this closer to the camera. I should probably just move the camera closer to this because it's probably easier. Shoot. That'd have been smart. All right.
Nobody wants to watch this. They don't care about engines.
There we go. Pretty close now. Okay.
Lagunitas. That's a good beer. I like Lagunitas.
Yeah. Oh, ow. Jeez. Sharp. That also makes me feel a little better because I was like, that's really close to his car.
Yeah.
Hey, Richard, you got dirt on your car.
NGS branded IPA. Dan wouldn't do that. He doesn't like
No.
IPA.
I'll do Miller Lite.
He likes warmed over piss water.
All right.
355s are not dry sump. They are they are dry sump, and the baffling is in the pan. That is correct.
Oh yeah.
Yep, it's a real deep pan, like 6-8 inches deep. Yep, and there was a little windage tray on here too, but we took that off in one of the videos.
More beer. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, you can go to mechanic school. You can go to like UTI, WyoTech.
Yeah.
There's a couple mechanic schools out there.
I say those actually are pretty good, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like any educational experience. You get as much out of it as you put in, you know? So,
Sure.
I mean, if you're a goober and you don't understand anything, you can spend a lot of money and go there and not really learn anything. But if you're pretty intellectually, like a very good friend of mine who's a really smart dude, he went to UTI and then ended up going through the Mercedes Star Academy. And he's one of the smartest guys that I've known, you know, in my age group, at least, working on cars. You know?
Every time I hear UTI, I think STI.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. But, you know, so Andreas was a super smart guy anyway. He just happened to go to UTI and do the Mercedes Academy to get all the paperwork and get a job in a Mercedes dealership and all that sort of thing. So, I mean, yeah, they're good schools, right?
I'm assuming these are on with a lot of Ugga-Duggas.
There's a couple in there, yeah. Yeah, you're going to want the big bar.
Okay. All right. Is that the next
Let's
thing?
see, what
Pop
do we
off
got?
the mains.
Yingling's good. Try some.
Oh, Fred went to UTI? Oh, for the auto body. Yeah. Dude, you know what's crazy? Fred knows like all sorts of crazy shit about body stuff, about cars.
Yeah?
Yeah. Fred's one of those people that always, I'm talking about you, Fred. You always impress me with like all this random shit that you know. You're just like, how the hell do you know all this stuff? He's like, well, I learned stuff. I'm like, okay, well, good. These next.
No, you
this
want
is
to
next?
take all the nuts off and take that rear cover off.
Okay, those are
Yeah.
like 10.
So the engine block, it's an aluminum block with steel liners pressed into it. So, you've got the line hone and the line bore here for the crankshaft, and you got the deck surface, and then you got the cylinder liners that press in. So as long as the line bore is good and the deck is in good flat shape and in nice condition, really the only thing to worry about are the liners, which they pop out and pop back in. And since these cars don't really get beat on and run hard very much, the blocks are pretty good. So generally they don't need a ton of work. You just kind of double check and verify everything, and put all new bearings in it, replace the liners if you need to, clean and scuff the tops of the block with Scotch-Brite. Like these cars use a L-ring composite type gasket, and the surface finish requirement for that gasket is not a super fine requirement. It's about 100, 125 RA, which is pretty coarse in the world of sealing. So you can get away with quite a bit. These things are pretty rugged motors.
Jeez, the orange sealant's like all in the threads and stuff here too.
Yeah, I regret becoming a mechanic. I used to love cars. I love cars too. It's the people I like less and less the more I work on cars.
Josh, you're a great mentor and vulgarizer of the engineering and mechanical. Thank you for sharing. Love it.
Yeah, I am not an engine. I'm an engine beer, not an engineer.
Engine beer.
Yeah.
Engine, okay.
Yeah.
Fred, I'm a freelance OBGYN on the weekend. Yeah. They don't pay you either.
Wet liners. Wet liners. There's O-rings at the very bottom where they insert into the base of the block, and coolant surrounds the entire liner where the pistons actually actively slide through, stroke through for Fred and Adam. Adams who not here.
Oh yeah, we lost all of the that's what she says and juvenile jokes. Although we still have plenty of juvenile jokes. Just that is rear main cover.
Yeah, the cylinder liners are all Nikasil coated.
Okay. Let's see if they'll just pop off. I'm guessing not.
Mr. Zeki says last week he had 3 live streams back to back, and this year they're all at the same time.
Boom. Came off easy peasy.
Good. Good work.
Well, seems to be in good shape.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell because there's no oil like hemorrhaged all over the back of it.
Oh, yeah. So here you go.
Yeah.
There's our rear main seal. Yeah. Huh? And as he was saying, there's no oil. It would have been like on the outside edge of this seal. Bone dry. It's a good sign.
The mains are 2-bolt, but these cars run a pretty short stroke and a really good rod to stroke ratio. And the crankshafts are 4340 chromoly, from the factory. And then, as you probably noticed in one of our last videos, the rods are real lightweight titanium, and the pistons are real lightweight Mahle cast pieces. So the rotating assembly isn't under a lot of duress in a motor like this compared to a big block Chevrolet, where the factory redline was like 5,500 RPM. So when you're trying to make a motor like that spin 7,500 RPM,
it's a lot of your momentum change.
Exactly. Your piston speeds are going up significantly. Plus your pistons are bigger and your rods are bigger, so you have more weight you're throwing around at a...
Don't flat plane cranks have a natural balance, right? Or it's mostly balanced naturally?
It's kind of the opposite, really. Like, that's why your Brits and your Americans like their big V8s, because the cross-plane cranks idle real smooth, whereas you'll notice the Ferraris have a lot of natural vibration in them. Yeah.
But I noticed they don't really use, like, big harmonic balancers on these guys.
No.
Because, like, all the American V8s have, like, a giant harmonic balancer. Is that just because they're, like, Americans want comfort?
Well, cheap cast crankshaft, big long throw, big heavy parts hanging off it. So you have a lot of torsion, and, a lot of force there. Whereas this is short stroke chromoly crank. There's not.
I'm impressed at like how much this thing spins really easily just sitting here.
Someone said something about copper in the bearings.
Oh yeah. That was someone commented somewhere about copper in the bearings. Why was copper in the bearings a concern?
So the way the bearings are made, they're either called bimetal or trimetal. These ones should be trimetal. So you have the steel backing plate, right, which is the piece that clips in, and then you have layers of soft material, which is what gives the bearing its lubricity. So the first layer on top of the steel is copper. Then on top of that, you get a Babbitt lead type material. Then above that, you might get a nickel or a graphite or who knows what. So the concern when you see copper, it means that either enough debris, enough lack of oil, or something lack of oil pressure has allowed the bearings and the shaft itself to make some sort of physical contact and swipe the material away until you're down to the copper. So not only is it just that the bearings are worn and problematic, but you really want to take a look at like your oil pump and your oil galleries and consider what kind of oil might have been running the motor and make sure you don't have any other problems. That way when you assemble the motor, you end up wearing out
Copper
a fresh
is your
motor.
last defense.
Yep.
Okay. So if it gets the copper, it's like we're almost there.
Yeah. I mean, copper basically means the bearing is toast anyway. But yeah, once you go through the copper, that same force is not going to stop. So now the steel pin on the crankshaft is going to contact the steel backing of the bearing shell, and then it actually bites the shell, and that's what forces what you call a spun bearing, where it forces the bearing to now rotate in its housing, and you got total annihilation. So yeah, once you're down to the copper, exactly, your next step was total destruction.
Steel to steel, and then it just kind of welds itself together and
yep. So like this, this crank spins pretty nice and free, and the bearings weren't showing a bunch of copper. So even though it's got 80,000 miles on it and stuff, it means that it wasn't abused and it probably had decent quality oil put in it. So, we're not looking at a really bad motor that's going to need everything possible done to it. We may be able to get away with just doing kind of a quick cleanup.
Nice. So, shall I start pulling these?
Yep.
Okay. Just watch me struggle. Excellent, Mr. Burns.
Okay. I enjoy driving cars more than I enjoy fixing them, because after I've fixed them, they're so much more fun to drive. I don't enjoy driving shitty cars too much, but once they've all been dialed in, they're a hoot.
I'm assuming there's no particular order.
Not really.
Like maybe do outer, inner.
Whatever makes you feel better.
Okay, that makes me feel slightly better.
Whatever makes you feel better.
Not ridiculous amount of Ugga-Duggas.
No.
I'm actually kind of surprised.
So part of that's because they're studs, and they're really high quality studs. So the way this works, right, is there's basically two torque standards, right? Mm-hmm. One is torque to yield, right? And then one is not torque to yield. So basically, basically there's 2 points of stretch, in the bolt, right? You put a little bit of stretch on it, or you really stretch the piss out of them, right? So these are good heavy duty studs, so you don't have to stretch them quite so hard, so they don't need quite so much torque to maintain the same amount of clamping force, right? So let's say these are torqued to 60 foot-pounds, and let's say, to get the next level of clamping force would be 100 foot-pounds, right? So because these are really high quality, we can get away with 60 foot-pounds and it'll work really well. But if these are cheap, then we'd have to torque them to 100 and actually pull them and stretch them and use that elasticity to keep them tight. And that's why it would take so much more force, because 50% of your friction is from the seat of the bolt, or the stud, or sorry, the nut, against the washer. That's 50% of your force you're fighting. The 40% is the friction between the threads, and then only 10% is the actual pull, is the actual stretch. So the higher your torque loads are, the more frictional loss you get, between the seat and the threads. So yeah, it's really nice to work on stuff like this that uses high quality studs that don't need such high torque loads.
Yeah,
you're not getting your money's worth unless you see copper. Fair point.
Who said that? That's funny.
A little bit because copper is softer than steel, and a little bit because copper flows really smoothly. So it's a way to take the imperfection of steel and give a really, really nice surface finish. So like chrome plating metal, right? Like bumpers and trim. When they talk about the different chrome plating processes, a lot of that has to do with how many layers of copper they put in there, because they'll lay copper and metal finish it and polish it and do that until you get a really sweet finish on the metal, and then you start putting the chrome type plating on top of that. It's just copper flows really nicely. I don't have a weekend car right now. I've got a whole garage full of 20 other people's weekend cars. So, 20-minute ride in one of those usually does it for the moment.
Scratches the itch.
A little bit, but I tell you what, I got a real hankering for a 4C. We did that 4C a few weeks ago with the big upgraded turbo and Öhlins coilovers and, everything you can throw at it.
I need to try one of those cars.
Bone stock, they're okay, but
Yeah.
that one, the way it was dialed in,
They look like little go-karts.
dude, I would fucking fuck you guys up. You guys think you're fast? That little 4C all hooked up like that? Because
it doesn't take much power to get it to move.
350 horsepower in a car that's, less than 3,000 pounds.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to drive because it's so go-kart like. Up on the brakes on the ABS, squiggling in the corner, and you pitch it in the corner, and you squeeze the throttle, and you wiggle it all in the corner.
Because they're mid-engine, right?
Mid-engine. Yeah, well, like anything, just like these cars, when you set them up a little bit, it's amazing.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, I really got hankering for 4C. Yeah, sometimes clamp them with a vice grip and give them a little wiggle and a tug. Wiggle and a tug.
That's what she said.
How long does it take you to replace the clutch in a 430? We usually charge 2 days of labor to do that job. I like to take the time to measure all the stuff you're supposed to measure in there, check all of it. So it takes a while to do that. Okay. That's a good question. When am I going to start on my 355? I've been using the excuse that I'm out of engine stands right now, and I need to buy another engine stand to put my motor on, so that way I can start taking. So that's been my excuse to not work on mine.
If you want to do it here, you can.
But then I got to load all the stuff up and then bring it down.
Jeez, oh Pete. I think it's moving a little.
Yeah, exactly. 6 or 8 coats of copper. Yeah. Yep.
There it goes. Woo!
Yeah, carbon tub 4C. That's a hell of a car for 50 grand.
Okay, so that's like
Alpha 4C.
What is this part?
That's your thrust washer.
Okay.
That's what limits the travel of the crankshaft front to back in the block.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
I see. It was on the front of this.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you got 2 sides of thrust, right?
Ah. Bearing number 1.
So same
At least
thing.
half of it.
No copper showing on the main bearing. No copper on the thrust washers.
Does it have a little wear?
Yeah. It's got 80 thou on it. But so see the different colors. See how you have a really dull gray, and then you've got a shiny, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then under that will be your copper. So on that one, most of the first layers
see
still
how
there.
it's like more shiny here, but like thicker shiny, but then here on the edges.
I will sell my 355 to anybody who wants to pay for it.
For the right price, you too can own a 355.
Yeah, we got it at a decent price, so I'm going to take the time and try to do a pretty nice job on it. And it's not going to be like a restoration. It's just going to be a really nice. My 355 is a Spider. Mine's a black tan F1 Spider. Yeah, it looks nice.
There you go. See. There you go. Do these have a numbering? Okay, 4 and 5. Okay,
yep.
Good. I was like, oh boy.
Oh yeah, it'll be California legal.
There you go, number 3.
Fred, you guys just got dicked with all the new laws they just passed on software flashing and all that kind of stuff, man.
Yeah, you should hear Fred's story about the Mustang.
Yeah.
Don't talk about it right now, Fred, because it'll go on and on and on and on. It was, here.
Did you basically have to pull the entire drivetrain out of the car and put a bone stock one in? Yeah, see, that's just oil.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just more.
Yeah.
Pretty decent.
Yeah. It's looking nice.
So far, so good.
Nothing is legal in California. You can be a fucking stoner.
It's true.
You can be a homeless stoner, and you'll probably live a more comfortable and less hassled life than you will as a tax-paying traditional
True.
American.
Right? This one has a gouge. See that?
Yeah, that's not too surprising. It's debris.
So yeah,
It happens.
This one got like a gouge in it right there. It's pretty hard to see, but I don't know if it'll show up on camera. Right there. Does it show up? Maybe. Anyway. All right, last one.
Oh, okay. Well, PCM flash isn't so bad.
Josh, you can get Dan to put the stuff in the car because he will want to YouTube your 355 service. I mean, probably.
Fair enough. How many 355s can we ruin simultaneously?
According to the internet, all of them. Oh boy, she's
you know, which is funny because I get so many emails and phone calls from the internet. I got people asking to bring me cars from all kinds of different places.
Oh, that's intentional, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's to let oil through.
Okay, I was to say, like, holy crap.
Yep. This is part of the oil passage. Yeah, see how you got these square notches here in the block? That's that's your oil channel.
Okay.
That's one of the reasons why you still have the dull gray more here in the center and it's shiny out here, because you naturally have more oil being forced through the center of the bearing shell.
And front bearing. There you go. Okay. Well, that's all 4 or 5.
No, the different colors are not from the computer screen. That's the different materials that are on the bearing, right? So, like we were saying, you might have a nickel coating on the very top, and then a lead babbitt underneath that, and then you get to your copper, and then your steel.
To be fair, the oil is distorting the colors a little bit.
Yeah.
Like here, maybe I should clean one really
well.
well.
Yeah, you can wipe it.
There you go. Okay. There we go.
Intake and a PCM. So you had to have carb CAD.
Now you can really see how it's like kind of
it looks
dull,
pink and blue.
and then
pink and blue is your computer, bro.
Pink and blue. That shouldn't look pink and blue. There you go.
I guess that does have a little blue tinge.
Yeah.
The pink might have been the oil.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. Crank out. Is that? Huh? Oh yeah, his car had to go through the carb legal stuff.
Yeah.
So we want this to sit upright, right, when we pull it out. Oop, more bearings.
There you go.
Ta-da-da. Oh wow, this side is like way more gnarly.
Yeah, that's from the bearings kind of chattering against the aluminum.
Oh, okay. Here's the bearings. They're still stuck on there.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we're replacing these, right? So
I believe you ordered some, right?
Yeah. So we don't have to worry about keeping them in order. And
no, not unless we see a problem that we're worried about. Oh, look at that. That one still has all the nickel on top, really.
There you go. That was a good shape, apparently. Looked different after you wiped it. Here, I'll wipe this one just so we can see. Yeah, look at how shiny this one is all the way through. That's pretty cool. I bet the crank is okay. You gonna mic it? Mic it?
Yeah. Yeah, Dan said he wants to do all the measurement stuff in a separate series.
Yeah,
he doesn't want to.
Yeah, we didn't want to do all that tonight because we'd be here all night. And I want to get the camera like in there when we measure stuff so people can actually see what we're doing, because we've been getting so many people asking about, we're gonna measure this, measure that. I'm like, okay, let's do a really thorough video on that when we get to that part. But what will you do with the crankshaft? I mean,
what would a 355 Spyder go for? I don't know. I've seen them between 80 and 100 advertised online.
Totally depends.
Color, mileage,
manual
condition.
Transmission.
Yeah.
The Spyders aren't. It's interesting. Is the Spyders aren't going for as much as the Coupes and the GTSs. The GTSs are going for a lot, but the Berlinettas are going for the most.
Fred, get out here with your plastic gauge, man. That's some UTI crap right there. Shit, man. This ain't no Mustang.
cool, man.
Shit, on Mustang, man, we just pour oil in, slap it in, torque it down, and make sure it spins and call it done.
Yeah, right.
We don't even measure shit. If it spins, it's clear.
So what's that? It rotates reasonably freely. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So I guess is that kind of it for tonight then, right?
I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, I mean, next we just got to start measuring stuff. We do have to take apart the heads as well, but that's another video in itself, I think.
We could pop one and just pull a couple valves out of one if you want, just for entertainment's sake.
Do you guys want to see us pull a valve? Let me know. $1 million. I wouldn't put my finger to my face right now.
When I picked up the car to fix and flip it, I was hoping to be in the 75 grand range for my black tan 17,000 mile F1 Spider.
Yeah.
With a fresh engine overhaul.
Oh, people are saying yes. They want to see us pull it. Okay, we'll do that. Fine.
Pull it.
Pull it. Pull it
already. 921, really?
Hmm?
Shit, taking that crank pulley out really took a long time, huh?
Yeah, it did. Well, I need to put this somewhere. I don't think Richard wants us to leave the block up here like this.
So do you have some cardboard or something somewhere? We put it on the concrete back in the back corner or something?
We could probably set it on this floor because if it drips some oil on this stuff, that's what it's for.
Yeah.
We'll just put it like over there, maybe.
Okay.
So it's out here. Let's get this out of the way.
No, you're fine. Leave it there because we're going to set the head there.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Do the head. I'll just pick up the block and set it over there.
Okay.
That'll be fine.
I'm going to put all the bearings into the cabinet.
So if you wanted to, we could put it back on the stand, but we don't have to.
Well, we're going to have to take it off the stand anyway to send it out to. Oh, wait. We're going to have to check it all and whatever.
Yeah, we're going to check it first and see
so
how.
maybe we should put it back on it. Well, we'll do that then later.
Do that another
People
day.
don't need to see us putting it back on the stand. He-Man.
Yeah, it's easy now. This is like a case of beer.
It's a case of beer. Oh, man. It's one heavy case of beer.
30 pack, son. Lake life.
30-pack of Natty Light.
Woo, woo.
Okay. Oh, I should bring you a head, huh? As long as we're doing stuff. Here's a head. Okay. Oops, we're making a mess.
I didn't make any messes. I was never here.
The engine made a mess. We'll blame it on the engine.
The engine does whatever it wants.
Yeah, I'll do what I want. Sorry, just trying to.
You're fine.
Should probably put that somewhere too, huh?
Crankshaft?
Yeah. Because I could put it in the cabinet. What? Oh God, she's heavy. There we go. Crank it.
Getting cranked.
There's that movie Crank. I want to watch it.
30 rack or go home. Yep.
Oh God, she's heavy. I feel bad because every time we do anything here, like there's oil drips and stuff all over the place. And I'm like, Richard, you sure you're cool with us doing this stuff?
I don't know what you guys thought would happen when you took an engine apart.
No, I knew it was gonna happen. I just was like, Richard, you want? Okay.
So did Richard know?
He wanted this thing here. He was like, you guys should do the engine rebuild at the Howard. I'm like, really? Okay, bro.
Cool.
Oh, here we go. It used to be the rest of a man's manliness was as willing to hunt a woolly mammoth. Now it's his willingness to change a poopy diaper. Oh, well, yeah. I have to do that frequently now. He'll buff out. Yeah, he always buffs out, right? Cool. So, head. Oh, that's the little valve tool.
Let's get some head, shall we?
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to need a bit more.
This little special tool. By the way, little hydraulic lifters. They lift her Yeah.
Okay. Jeez. They ain't messing around with that.
This is why guys who do this all day have pneumatic ones instead of this
Oh.
cheap ass manual one.
Jeez, Pete. Why is it like everything we're doing today is like not being friendly with us?
Yeah, car's got a lot of miles on it. It's an
Yeah.
old car.
Oop, there it goes. Maybe. Didn't pop it, did it?
No, but that's okay. We'll try again. I wanted to find kind of that balance point.
Yeah.
So
There it is. I heard
See.
it. Pop the little keys loose.
now let's see if I can fish the keepers out. See if that was enough. Let's see. We'll do it a little more. Now that we've got it.
Fred, you have a pneumatic one? How often are you pulling off valves and stuff, Fred? Jeez. Like I said, see, Fred's always like shocking me with stuff. I'm like, what?
You know, I've been looking for a good mechanic for a while, Fred.
Yeah, you need to move to Texas, Fred. We got a job for you. You can make way less money.
You know how you lose a small fortune in the automotive business, don't you?
Yeah, we could start a race team.
Start with a large one. Keeper number 2.
Yay.
All right, ready?
Yeah. And
Boingo.
valve should come right out, right?
Yeah. Well, you've got the stem seal that'll be hanging onto the valve.
Oh, okay. Now we got
Keeper,
spring.
double Springer. The seat won't come out because the stem seal's on there. We'd have to.
Ta-da-da!
Valve numero uno.
Yeah, intake valve. Spiffy. Are those spacers you're pulling out?
You talking about this little guy?
I'm assuming. It's got to be that he was talking about.
That is the top. So because they are, yeah, I do McLarens. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So since it's aluminum ahead, specially, there's a hardened steel seat that looks identical to this in the cylinder head that the spring sits on, and then this goes on top of the spring. And so the idea is when that's the hat, and then you got these little, you got the keepers, which are these tapered little guys right here.
So, see, there you go. There's 2 of them, and they're kind of whoop. Don't lose that.
There used to be. Now there's one.
There it is. They kind of sit right like that. There you go.
And then
There, boom.
see that? So then there's a taper inside the hat as well. So it will trap, and that's what keeps the spring pulling on the valve. But yeah, you got another one on the bottom. It's literally, so people don't realize these valve springs are under serious stress and duration, and they vibrate a lot, and they also rotate. So if they just sat on the aluminum, they would eat through the aluminum and just, I mean, they would not last long. So you need these hardened metal hats and seats to take all the pressure, vibration, and spinning of the valve spring to keep it from eating itself apart.
It's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. We pulled a valve for you guys. Now we have to eventually pull a lot more valves.
Yeah.
Ooh, a lot of oil.
Yep. Yeah, we'll pull them all out because we'll do a preliminary measurement on all the guides and all the valves and stuff, and kind of spec all that stuff out to help validate our initial concerns.
So there you have it.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of stuff here. I'm back this camera up.
Chromoly keepers, wedge keepers. Yeah, chromoly hat, wedge keepers. Yeah.
There you go. All right, guys. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed live wrenching again. This time with some proper help instead of us monkeying around. You know. So we're gonna have to obviously. So we're gonna take apart the heads. We got to take the heads out to get machined because they have to do the valve guides anyway.
Yep.
And so we have to totally take them completely down to the raw head.
A lot of times they like having the heads assembled so they can keep track of where all the valve springs and where everything
So
is.
they're gonna do it.
No, because we want to measure everything out for
Oh.
the instructional value. So we're going to take it all out and number it and keep it all organized and then bring it to the machine shop all disassembled and ready
Okay.
for them to do their thing. But a lot of times you can just bring them the head without the cams.
Would they charge you a fortune for that too, though?
They got to do it anyway because they got to measure the valve stem heights and measure the spring installed heights, and there's a bunch of stuff that they need to measure anyway.
Oh.
And if this was like Timmy's 348 where you have the the shim adjustments, then they'll take the time to do all the valve stem heights and measure the shims and put the cams in and do your valve adjustment and then hand it to you. So that way, because to get that all the size, it's really fast and easy for them. They'll just slide the valve in and measure it and then pop the valve out, stick it in the valve tip grinder and then stick it in. So it's way faster for them to and then put it in and measure it than it is for us to, measure it and then pop the, remember how tedious it is rotating the cam to do all the shims. So they can actually do it a lot faster.
Man, this thing's gonna be amazing when it's all redone. So anyway, thank you everyone for watching and joining us again. And like you heard, we're gonna do more work on this. We gotta do some more work very soon. We'll film it, we'll get some videos, we'll show you measuring stuff. I don't think we're gonna be able to show you when it actually goes to machine shop because they probably don't want us hanging out filming them while they're machining stuff. And I don't know if I want to sit there and film while they're at the machine shop. So then we'll get them back, put back together, and someday have a running 355 again.
Better running three. We had a running 355.
Yeah, better running 355. That's the cool thing though, is when we're all done, this is basically gonna be like a brand new.
Yes,
engine.
I'm reading your comments.
Yeah. Yes, he's reading the comments.
I'm deciding whether or not I care to respond to any of them. I don't care if you're 36. I'm fucking 38. If you're not stupid, then I'll give you work to do. I'm more interested in your intelligence and comprehension than how old you are. I mean, you'd be fucking 70 for all I care, man. What do I care? If there's one thing I've learned in my late 30s, it's that sometimes just being smart makes up for
a lot. Yes.
Ambition is not everything. Sometimes the ambition just means you fuck up more stuff even faster.
Well, he says he's not stupid. So
I know you're not stupid. You're a plumber. It says you're a plumber, man. You can't be stupid and be a plumber.
It's a true story. All right, guys, we're going to shut it down for the night. It's getting late. So thank you for watching. We'll do more car stuff soon. So no, the quack counts aren't going to count for the series. Okay, so sorry, guys. Anyway, go get some sleep. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Thanks,
see you next
YouTube.
Thursday.
Bye.